Season is the perfect time to say thank you to those who have provided service to you throughout the year. Maybe it's your babysitter, your hairdresser, or the cleaning person. But how do you know who to tip and just how much? David's here with some answers from etiquette expert Gloria Petersen.
Yeah, Nancy, that's 20 for you, 20 for camera 2,
Thank you.
camera 3. We'll get to you guys in a second. Camera 1, I'm not talking to you right now.
I love this.
Gloria, thank you for joining us this morning. You know, this is the time of the year when you got... I'll just take that back.
You think,
I'm going to put it in an envelope, and we'll talk about it so it's nicely presented. That's another tip we're going to be getting to in a moment. But this is the time of year where, you know, we're talking about doing the right thing for a lot of people that really make a difference in our lives. But you don't want to give too much, you don't want to give too little, and that's why we brought you in, to help make sense out of all of this stuff. Let's start with a whole bunch of categories. For example, babysitter. Now, some people, you know, they got more than one babysitter, especially if you've got to have, like, the backup babysitter and the backup babysitter. What's appropriate?
That's why I think gift cards are great.
Uh-huh.
I would get a mall gift card.
Gift cards?
Gift card, right.
Really? You wouldn't give them, you know, like what you might pay them normally for an evening?
Well, you know, this is a time to show appreciation for services rendered.
Right.
And if you have 5 babysitters, that's kind of hard, but out of the 5, maybe there's one that's very regular and that you can count on all the time. The others are backup. So you have to really put things into perspective.
What is the priority? How do you make sense out of gift giving, a tipping this holiday season?
Again, it's to show appreciation, but it's going to vary. I'm sorry, it's going to depend on where you live.
Okay.
You're going to tip probably higher in a large metropolitan area like Chicago.
Right.
But in a smaller rural area, it's going to be different.
So there's a range. There's a range.
And there's a budget thing here, too. I think it's important to tip something. If the budget is modest, then give something. Something's better than nothing. But if you can afford to be more generous, then be generous.
All right, but still, let's give them an area of etiquette that we can deal with. Now, we talked about the babysitter. Let's talk about your stylist or your hair person who cuts your hair. Now, I tip my haircut person all the time. Should I be giving them on the holiday something extra?
Sure, absolutely.
What do you recommend?
Well, you can either give them the price of one haircut that you normally give, or you can just tip maybe, you know, $5, $10 extra.
Okay.
Or you can give them a gift.
There you go. And with something comparable to that, of course, in the gift realm. Now, what about a mail carrier? You know, there's some controversy over, you know, you pay for the mail. It's a federal function. You know, taxes go to that. Are we supposed to tip the mail carrier?
Well, do you have a relationship with the mail carrier? Does he come up to your door? Is he hand delivering your mail to you? That's different.
Right. What if you live in a condo? What if you live in an apartment? You never see the mail carrier.
And I never see mine, and I live like that. So I don't, because where do you leave the money? Where do you leave the gift so somebody else doesn't get it?
All right.
And, you know, another thing is check with your associations. A lot of apartment complexes or condos, they take care of the garbage man.
Take care of them, right.
Sometimes that's already taken care of for you.
Let's go to the garbage collector. Again, gets back to a civil service. You know, I know that a lot of the cities and a lot of the communities have, you know, rules in terms of what they can what they're allowed to accept. In many cases, it's only up to $20. But forget that. Let's just talk about reality. The garbage collector, sometimes you got stuff out there, you know, it's not that day to be taken, and sometimes they'll take care of you. What's appropriate with a garbage collector?
If you want to leave a monetary gift, that's totally up to you, but I think even a nice gift would be nice, leaving something out that you think they would enjoy. But
you do mention for monetary, $15 to $20 in this day and age seems appropriate, right? The cleaning person. Now, you know, some people have one person that comes in. Some people, you know, they're going to a service and there's like 3 or 4 people that come in. What's right?
Well, if you have one person that takes care of all your cleaning, I would probably tip the amount of a cleaning, you know, a 1 week's cleaning. That's an extra bonus. If it's a group, you might want to put money into an envelope and then they will divide it up.
All right, cool. And a parking attendant. Now, some of us park in garages and, you know, the cars, because it's tight, they'll take your car and they'll move it to a certain place. Other people just park in, it's, you know, they've got someone in there, but what do you do with a parking attendant?
Again, if he's bringing your car to you and providing a service like that, definitely, it could be $20, could be $30.
10 to 20, but that's a good range. Okay.
Or higher, depends upon how much of a contact you've had with them.
We'll end the segment on who not to tip. Don't tip the teacher. Don't tip the boss. Don't tip a property owner, obviously, because tipping, it could be perceived as a bribe. And always put it in a card, right? That's the way. You don't give them money, right?
No, put it in a card.
All right.
Christmas card, holiday card.
Gloria Petersen, thank you for joining us again. You have a web page. It's called globalprotocol.com, where people can get all their etiquette questions answered. Thanks again for joining us on the show. Happy holiday.
Happy holiday to you,
That's my tip to you, really. All right, Nancy, over to you.
Thanks a lot, David. All right, the